My dear Nigerians, all praise and glory to God for today. I want to start by thanking my wife and family for supporting and allowing me do this. I also want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you about a nation and people I love so much. 48 years ago, I was bettered into the family of the late Justice Kachikwu in the bustling city of Sapele in Delta State. My father's job saw us traversing and calling different parts of Nigeria home, notably Kano and Lagos, the two largest cities in Nigeria. Daddy was a lawyer's lawyer. He lived the law, practiced the law, and stood by the law. He was never in any doubt that the judiciary he represented was the last hope of the common man, and so he proudly wore his robes for the cause of the common man. Who is the common man? He is the average citizen as contrasted with the social, political, or cultural elite. It's a title most of us will wear at some point or all our lives. Majority of the population bear this appellation, and it's their case I seek to make as I stand before you today. The realities of their existence in Nigeria are well known to us all, and so I will not rehash the many challenges we face as a nation or the monumental failings of the Buhari APC government. My job today is to tell you that even though they have navigated us to the precipice of disaster, we can still reverse course. Even though they have scammed us with their failed promises, there's yet hope for us. Today, I formally declare my intention to run for the office of President of Nigeria in the 2023 general elections on the platform of African Democratic Congress. It's not a decision I have made on the spur of the moment, but one that has been defined by the very essence of my life. It's the only natural progression for someone who has devoted his entire adult life to designing and proposing solutions for the betterment of Nigeria. To those who have managed our common welfare, I now realize that I must be in the driver's seat to make the changes needed in Aso Villa. I now understand that merely proposing and complaining are not enough. It's time to sit on this table. It's a table of inequity, injustice, iniquity, and intolerance. But when you sit at the head of the table, you get to decide what the menu is going to be. This is the seat I seek to occupy, so that together we can chart a new course for our nation. Together we can design a new menu for our people. We will rebuild Nigeria from the ground up and do away with the faulty and archaic colonial foundation that now characterizes our current existence. We must define our common charter as Nigerians and constitute a new nation that is not only inclusive for all, but guarantees equal rights and expressions to all, irrespective of tribe, tongue, and religion. This new Nigeria must come first before any other identification. It will be our common bond as we do away with all colonial relics of division, mistrust, and hatred. No longer will we engage based on Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, or North and South, but on the basis of Nigeria, our only fatherland. We'll resist all those who make religion and tribe their mantra. It will no longer be business as usual. We'll zone out all proponents of zoning and usher in a Nigeria that promotes merit, character, and know-how above primordial sentiments. Every component part of Nigeria is blessed with those who have the talents and abilities to pilot the affairs of Nigeria. And we must create the enabling environment for these people to emerge in government and governance. Nigeria will no longer be associated with mediocrity as we will invest in our citizens. They are our greatest asset. The toga of lazy youth won't stand as we build the greatest workforce on earth. We must build a workforce that knows today and understand the demands and dictates of tomorrow. We can no longer be in conflict with what we don't know as we make policy somersaults over modern age financial instruments like bitcoins. We cannot be seen to be banning and unbanning platforms like Twitter that define the expression of the modern man. No longer will our citizenry be driven to the dark web and unconventional means of communications as they seek to hide from a repressive government. Government is and should be a big brother and not a big bully. Millions of our citizenry still live without lights and potable water in the year 2022. This is unconscionable. There's no rocket science to generating power. Neither is there magic in distributing power. Our debilitating challenges are man-made, and we must use an iron fist in crushing those whose decades of evil practice in our public service space have led us to the brink. We will treat those who sabotage our nation and our way of life as saboteurs. We can't have different rules for different criminals. If you do the crime, you do the time. If given the privilege to lead you, my first executive interface with National Assembly will include a bill I have dubbed the Nigerian Patriot Act. It's a bill that says we are all in this together. It's a bill that ensures that public servants cannot use the privileges they cannot provide to the common man. If you desire to be in public service, you must use the same services the masses, the common man, use. No private or foreign schools for our families. No private or foreign hospitals for us or our families. No generators or boreholes in our homes. If we desire efficient and effective education, healthcare, utilities, etc., we must make it available to all so that we may all equally benefit from it. We must resist the wicked urge to take on sovereign debts that benefit a few but repaid by all. We can no longer borrow to build bridges and highways that lead nowhere when the internet is the highway of the future. Borrowings must satisfy the criteria of commercial viability while providing much needed basic amenities. We therefore need governors who understand that the internet is the highway of the future. As you build roads, you must build critical broadband infrastructure. We'll make broadband available and affordable for all because this is the only leverage our kids have to compete in the new world. I'll work with the state governors on a plan that sees the federal government investing in national trunks for power and telecoms, while the state governments and private sector participants focus on in-state distribution. We will harness all sources of energy to provide power to our people while giving preference to clean energies. We must replan our cities and build up modern infrastructure so as to reverse the rural-urban migration that threatens to most of our communities. It makes no sense to allow the brain drain occasioned by the migration of the middle class when all they seek is security, jobs, good and affordable homes, healthcare, constant power, etc. I'll make this a standard in all our cities. Visionless leadership cannot continue to lead our people astray. We must elevate our millions of farmers to agripreneurs and transition farming to agribusiness. We will secure our farmlands and protect our men and women from those who seek to do them harm. Our farms will no longer be known as killing fields, but the food factory of Africa, providing millions of good-paying jobs for the middle class. For too long, our people have cried. Men and women are being butchered, orphans and widows created by the minute, by a war sustained by the greedy, who profit from defense contracts, and the bloodthirsty who seek to destroy our way of life. We will confront them headlong and destroy them. This war will be fought on our terms. We will arm all the willing and able to rid our nation of foreign invaders. We will take the fight to their camps as we arrest and prosecute their sponsors. We will no longer close one flank and leave another flank open for further incursions. The full might of the Nigerian army and the united will of the Nigerian people will confront our enemies. Our army will have clear instructions on what to do to the enemy. Our borders will be closed to all those who seek to harm us, because we now know the enemy is the enemy, irrespective of religion, tribe, and tongue. War is war, and Nigeria will win this war. My administration will avenge the lives of all soldiers and civilians killed. They will pay a huge price for their folly and be told in no uncertain terms that Nigeria is not a no man's land. This is the land of the Nigerian people. This is my promise. The sanctity and dignity of life will be restored under my watch. Ritual killings, trade in body parts, and kidnappings have no place in civilized society. We will rid our forests of scam artists masquerading as native doctors who promise riches to the weak and lazy. We will protect our young men and women from these predators. I do understand that the APC government has succeeded in weaponizing poverty and hunger, but we mustn't let our basic decency as human beings be eroded. If you can use the internet for Yahoo, you can use the internet to trade. We will guide you and teach you the rudiments of digital commerce. We will build technology parks in every senatorial district in Nigeria that will serve as incubation centers for digital jobs, research, and development. We are an English-speaking nation, and we'll use this to our advantage to provide services to people all over the world from the comfort of our homes. We are the technology generation. Technology will be used to leapfrog Nigeria from third world to developed nation. Nigerians are the brains and engine rooms of most nations. Why can't they do the same here? No sensible nation allows their best and brightest to leave. We will reverse this ugly trend. Nigeria will work again for everyone. We will turn our hundreds of kilometers of beachfront land to international tourist destinations, providing jobs to our people and bringing much needed foreign exchange. We will build first-class hospitals not just for our citizens but for foreigners desiring first-class medical services. We will defend our future by sufficiently investing in education. If this generation has missed it, the next generation must get it right. We owe this to ourselves. Our schools will have modern teaching aids and learning systems, and our kids equipped with smart devices. We will retrain all our teachers and pay them better because they are our first line of defense. Our women will join us on the table of equality. They will be respected and promoted. They will be afforded the same opportunities men have. If they can do it, they will do it. The arts won't be mere lip service in my administration. It only makes sense that our movie and music industry are supported. They have made us proud and still make us proud. Investing in and promoting that industry is not only patriotic, but it makes perfect business sense. The technology exists to correct their decades-long problem of distribution and piracy. This we will do. This we must do. In this new Nigeria, we won't keep on shouting corruption when our very foundation is corrupt. We will engineer systems and processes that ensure that our citizens don't turn to corruption by default. We'll pay a fair pay for hard work. We'll no longer cheat our citizens with the ridiculous minimum wage we offer, knowing that we'll leave them no other option but to steal. My dear Nigerians, I have no money to share to you, but my love I will give you. I will always lead in love and by example. I have told your story today because mine is not as important as yours. I am you and you are me. We mustn't continue to recount the sorrows of yesterday. The carnage and blight of the NSAS protest will never repeat itself. The Nigerian government traumatized the Nigerian people and desecrated our land. Our government stifled our voices and chained our souls. What did we do wrong? Our demands were legitimate. Our cries were justified. Never again. Never again. We will fight for today and defend tomorrow. This we can do. This we must do. This is why I'm running for the office of President of Nigeria. It is the office of the Nigerian people. Under my presidency, this office will serve and protect the Nigerian people. This is my promise to you. I need your support on this journey. Because without you, I can't do it. It is our collective fight. It's a generational fight for our today and the future of our children. The odds are heavily stacked against us. They are heavily stacked against us. We don't have instruments of coercion or oppression. We don't have looted funds to buy votes. We don't have mainstream media on our side. We don't have the party structure of the APC or the PDP. But we have the people's structure. I need you. You are my structure. I stand today on the wings and aspirations of our 215 million Nigerians. I present your hopes and dreams of a Nigeria that works. It is possible and will make it happen come 2023. Tell every man, tell every woman, tell every child, Dumebi has come. Let the echo of Dumebi has come ring from every doorway. Go to the marketplaces and tell them Dumebi has come. Dumebi has come is the cry of freedom. 2023 is our year of freedom. We will climb the hill and get to our freedom. I love you all. I love you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you.